Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Wandering Vegan. Well, I just wanted to give you a little update on what's going on with my macros. And here's the deal. I decided that the macros they suggested were actually much too high with the fat content. So I've actually adjusted it a little bit. So my fat percentage is actually going to be 15%. My protein is going to be 25%. And then my carbohydrates are going to be 60%. I'm still staying within the 1,200 calories. The reason being, again, I sit at a desk job for 8 hours a day. And the nice thing is whenever you do exercise, then you plug it in, and then it'll give you more calories for the day. So obviously, then if I need more calories, it's going to give me more calories to eat, and it's going to figure out how many grams of everything I need. So it's perfect. If you guys are having a question about any of that, please let me know. But I just really thought the fat percentage was much too high. But, you know, I could end up adjusting it. But I'm going to stick with this percentage for 30 days. At least 30 days. And I'm going to stick strong to it. And I'm going to give you guys examples of the meals that I'm eating and how I'm working out my macros and what I'm doing for breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of that good stuff. How much I'm working out, if I work out. And it's really cool because at the bottom of the app, it tells me how much I'm gonna weigh on a certain day, which I think is really neat. Anyway, I'm learning a lot, and right now I'm just prepping my dinner. And if you guys don't think 1,200 calories is a lot, you'd be surprised how much food one can eat with 1,200 calories. Like today for lunch, for example, I had 2 pieces of whole grain bread with 2 tablespoons of hummus and 7 pieces of the Garden fake vegan chicken on it. Delicious. And I also had a cup of greens on top of it. So it's very filling. And then for dinner, I am having a cup of rice. I am also having 7 pieces of asparagus. I'm having a whole grilled tomato and then a whole potato that I'm just cutting up and baking. And then for dessert, I am having 2 whole grain, gluten-free vegan waffles with a tablespoon of cashew butter and some syrup on top, 2 tablespoons of syrup. And that's 1,200 calories. And then if I worked out, I could have even more than that. And I also had 2 protein shakes today. I'm not a big breakfast person, but I know that you need a little something at the beginning of the day to get a boost, so that's what I do. Sometimes I do have breakfast. If I want a breakfast, I would just obviously replace those protein shakes with, you know, obviously like a high protein breakfast, or, you know, I might do my carbs in the morning, which I probably would because for vegans, I think it's easier to have carbs in the morning for our breakfast foods, but we'll see how it goes. This Sunday, I'm gonna be doing a big meal prep, so you guys need to stay tuned for that to see what I'm gonna have for my meals. Other than that, wish me luck. Here you will see I am grilling my tomatoes and my asparagus. Here I have my little chippies and also my rice. If I make it ahead of time, then I just throw it in a frying pan and just heat it up. Look how good and filling this meal is. Look at those 2 big halves of tomatoes, grilled asparagus, chips, and also my rice topped with sweet chili sauce. Alright guys, so the next thing I am going to have for my dessert are these Vans multigrain 8 whole grain waffles. And they are 2 per serving, 150 calories, and I get 25 grams of carbs, 5 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat. These are delicious, and of course, they are vegan. So I am all out of cashew butter. I totally forgot. So I do have this raw walnut butter, and I'm going to use 1/3 of this packet for my waffles. And then I'm going to have 2 tablespoons of Carrie's sugar-free low-calorie syrup. So I'm just putting on 1/3 of that walnut butter. I am just separating it into 3 places on the packet and just squeezing out the top portion of that onto the waffles. I need to get a knife. There it is. Okay, and now I'm just going to spread that out over the waffles. Get a nice thin little layer there. Adds a nice little creamy flavor and texture, which is lovely. And I just grabbed a tablespoon, and I am putting on my syrup. Ta-da! Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and review everything that I had today, and we're going to see how I did on my macros. Okay, so for breakfast, I had 2 scoops of Garden of Life raw protein powder, and I just mix it with water. So that was 34 grams of protein, 180 calories. For lunch, I had Garden chicken strips, 2 scoops of hummus, 2 pieces of double fiber bread, and a large cup of greens. Dinner, I had sweet chili dipping sauce. That's what I had all over my fries. And I had a whole potato. I had 7 stalks of asparagus. I had 1 full tomato, and I had 1 cup of rice. And then for my dessert, I had 2 tablespoons of the sugar-free syrup. I had 2 waffles, and then I had a 1/3 pack of the raw walnut butter. And all in all, I still have 55 calories left, so that was really close to my calorie goal. I have 3 carbs left. I hit the fat right on the dot. I have 6 grams of protein left. I have 953 grams of sodium left, and I have 22 grams of sugar left. So I'm not obviously concerned with the sodium or the sugar. I want to be well under what they suggest for the sodium. I just don't think that you really need a whole lot of salt. The calories, you know, I have a 1,200 calorie limit, and I hit 1,145. So I think I did really good on that. And then the carbs and the protein, just as long as you're within 10% of the range is what I'm told is good. So where my daily goal is 180, I hit 177, so that's great. And then for my protein, my daily goal is 75 grams, and I hit 68. And then 20 grams of fat, and I hit 20 grams of fat right on the nose. So I think I did pretty good today. What do you guys think? I think I did pretty good. You let me know.